Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you're looking for a story that will make you laugh, cry, and maybe even reconsider the little things you take for granted in life, then you've come to the right place. Today, we're diving deep into a truly unique and thought-provoking novel, If Cats Disappeared from the World by Genki Kawamura. This isn't just a quirky tale about missing felines. It's a profound exploration of what it means to live, to love, and to appreciate the seemingly insignificant threads that weave the tapestry of our existence. Before we get started, if you enjoy book summaries and discussions like this, please hit that like button, leave a comment with your thoughts on the book, if you've read it. And don't forget to subscribe for more literary explorations. Your support helps us bring you more content like this. Our story centers around an unnamed melancholic postman in his late 20s living a solitary life in Japan. He's just been given a devastating diagnosis, terminal brain cancer, with only a few months left to live. As he grapples with this grim reality, a bizarre visitor appears before him, a devilish doppelganger of himself. This isn't your average bad day. It's the beginning of a surreal and life-altering bargain. This devilish version of himself offers our protagonist a deal. For every one thing he agrees to erase from the world, he will be granted an extra day of life. Desperate to cling to his remaining time, the postman reluctantly accepts. This sets in motion a series of disappearances that force him to confront his past, his relationships, and the true value of the things he thought were ordinary. The first thing the devil proposes to vanish is telephones. Now, in our hyper-connected world, the idea of a world without phones might seem unimaginable. But the postman, initially, doesn't see it as a huge loss. He doesn't have many people to call anyway. He thinks, okay, no more annoying spam calls, no more awkward small talk. Easy enough, right? But as telephones disappear, the ramifications begin to ripple outwards. The postman realizes that while he might not have used his phone much recently, it was a vital link to his past. He remembers the excitement of getting his first phone, the late-night calls with friends, the comforting sound of his mother's voice on the other end. These memories, once easily accessible through the simple act of picking up a phone, now feel distant and intangible. Think about it. How many times have you reached for your phone to share good news, to comfort a friend, or just to hear a loved one's voice? The disappearance of telephones highlights how these seemingly mundane objects are often deeply intertwined with our emotional lives and our connections to others. It's a stark reminder that even things we might take for granted can hold significant sentimental value. Next on the chopping block is movies. Again, the postman initially feels a sense of indifference. He wasn't a huge movie buff, but as movies vanish, a different kind of void opens up. He starts to remember his first dates, the shared laughter in a darkened theater, the way a particular film could transport him to another world or perfectly capture a feeling he couldn't articulate. He recalls a specific movie he watched with his high school sweetheart, a film that became a touchstone in their relationship. Now, that shared experience, that common cultural reference point, is gone. It's as if a piece of their shared history has been erased. The disappearance of movies underscores the power of storytelling and shared cultural experiences. Movies provide us with a common language, a way to connect with others through shared emotions and narratives. They inspire us, make us think, and create lasting memories. Without them, the world feels a little less vibrant, a little less connected. The third disappearance is perhaps the most abstract and philosophical: clocks. When clocks vanish, the immediate practical implications are obvious. No more knowing the exact time, no more schedules, no more deadlines. But the deeper impact is on our perception of time itself. Without clocks, the postman finds himself adrift in a sea of timelessness. The urgency of his remaining days begins to feel less defined, but also more precious. He starts to experience time in a more fluid, less structured way. He notices the subtle changes in daylight, the natural rhythms of his body, the ebb and flow of his emotions without the constant reminder of ticking seconds. The The disappearance of clocks forces us to consider our relationship with time. Are we truly living in the present, or are we constantly chasing the future or dwelling in the past, dictated by the relentless march of the clock? The book suggests that perhaps by letting go of our rigid adherence to schedules, we might be able to appreciate the present moment more fully. And now we come to the most significant and emotionally resonant disappearance. Cats. The postman lives with a beloved tabby cat named Cabbage. Cabbage is his constant companion, his silent confidant, a furry presence that brings warmth and comfort to his otherwise lonely life. When the devil proposes to erase cats from the world, the postman is faced with his most difficult decision yet. He can gain another day of life, but at the cost of losing his cherished companion and all the memories associated with him. As cats disappear, the postman begins to realize just how deeply Cabbage has impacted his life. He remembers finding him as a stray, the quiet companionship they share, the comforting purrs, the playful antics. These seemingly small moments now hold immense significance, but the disappearance of cats goes beyond just the postman's personal loss. He starts to notice that other people have no memory of cats ever existing. His best friend, who used to talk about his own cat, now looks at him blankly when he mentions Cabbage. The world feels subtly different, less warm, less whimsical. Think about the role cats play in our lives. They offer unconditional love. They reduce stress. They bring joy and laughter. They are often the silent witnesses to our lives, offering comfort without judgment. The disappearance of cats highlights the profound impact these seemingly small creatures have on our emotional well-being and the fabric of our society. It makes us question the value we place on different forms of life and the interconnectedness of all beings. Through each disappearance, the postman gains an extra day of life, but he also loses something invaluable, not just the object itself, but the memories and connections associated with it. He starts to understand that the world is not just a collection of isolated things, but a complex web of interconnected experiences and relationships. The book beautifully illustrates how even seemingly insignificant things can play a crucial role in shaping our lives and our memories. A phone call, a movie watched with a loved one, the comforting presence of a pet. These are the threads that weave the rich tapestry of our existence. When these threads are pulled away, the tapestry begins to unravel. The postman's journey is a poignant reminder that it's not the quantity of days we live, but the quality of those days and the connections we make that truly matter. He begins to appreciate the simple joys he once overlooked. A sunny afternoon, a kind word from a stranger, the comforting weight of Cabbage on his lap. As the story progresses, the postman undergoes a significant transformation. Initially driven by a desperate desire to cling to life, he gradually learns to accept his fate and to appreciate the present moment. He starts to reconnect with people from his past, mending broken relationships and cherishing the time he has left. He realizes that while the disappearances have erased certain things from the world, they haven't erased the love and connection he shared with others. The memories may be fading for those around him, but they remain vivid in his heart. This highlights the enduring power of human connection and the importance of cherishing the relationships we have. The book ultimately isn't about the things we lose, but about what we gain in perspective and appreciation. It's about finding meaning and beauty in the ordinary and recognizing the profound impact of seemingly small things on our lives. If Cats Disappeared from the World is a deceptively simple story with a deeply profound message. It's a heartwarming and heartbreaking exploration of life, loss, and the importance of human connection. It reminds us to appreciate the little things, to cherish our memories, and to value the relationships that enrich our lives. It's a book that stays with you long after you've finished reading, prompting you to reflect on your own life and the things you hold dear. If you're looking for a book that will make you think, feel, and maybe even shed a tear or two, then I highly recommend picking up If Cats Disappeared from the World. It's a truly special story that offers a fresh perspective on what it means to be alive. So, what did you think of If Cats Disappeared from the World? Have you read it? What were your takeaways? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe for more book discussions and summaries. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.